Hi everyone, welcome back. It's currently 25 to 4 in the morning and I woke up about 1 o'clock I think it was. I don't know, can't go back to sleep. So I thought, why not? Let's come on and chat with my friends and we'll finish my spring walk together. So I've decided on this little guy here. And we're going to do it the same browns as we did this bird, but this time it's going to be sort of a paler orange blending into a light yellow. So I'm just going to try and keep my pencils in order. I hope you're all okay and that you're, wherever you are, you're fast asleep or enjoying your day. Let's bring the camera in and move the book over slightly to come meet you. Hang on, I'm going to have to take you for a ride, bear with me. There we go, we've got to get his little head in. Right, so I want all this bit down to these plumes in the browns that we used. Now, I did have a subscriber ask me if I could try to keep my hand out of the way so that you can see what the pencil's doing, and I will do that. Let me explain the reason why I tend to end up like this is because my hands shake so very much that the support of sticking my thumb out brings my hand closer to the page and stops the shake so much. So that's one of the reasons why I've learnt to colour like that. I will do my very, very best to try and see, it's like an automatic default. I will do my very best to try and keep my dirty great thumb out of the image. How's that for a promise? Okay. So I'm just filling them up. This is the same colours we used, so fawn from the Monarch set, and then we're going in with our dark, which is chalk tone from the Skin range. And like we did with the little birdie down here, I'm going to start darkest round his face and bring it up. See, my thumb's in the way again, and I apologise. It just happens, I don't even realise I'm doing it. It's just a comfortable default default mode. So I'm back at work on Monday, thankfully. My husband's feeling much, much better, and I can't wait to get back into routine. I don't know how all you poor people that are in full lockdown and not able to go anywhere are coping. I mean, we've got our art and our colouring and I love it. But I would hate to, excuse me, I would hate to have so much time on my hands that my colouring became boring. I don't think that would ever happen, but you never know. You know, like sometimes when you overdo things, you kind of like, oh, I've had enough of this. I don't want that to happen. So I'm just filling in where I think the dark colours would look cool. Excuse me. So now I'm going in with mahogany, like we did before. Oops. Bring that round. And into here. A bit round here. We'll tidy it up in a minute. Okay, so we're going to go back in with our chalk tone. and we're going to deepen that up. So it does make my hand ache colouring like this, but if you can't see, there's not much point, is there really? So I just want to really deepen that up so we get that lovely contrast between the dark and the mahogany colour. There. And up here. Okay. Gosh, I've come over all hot. Right. So, back in with our mahogany. I'm loving Rita Berman's books. The paper's lovely in it. And always seems to respond really well to most of the pencils I've used. I prefer that a slightly harder lead in it than I do the Prismas. See, the thumb stuck out again, but I'll try and hold the pencil further back so that you can see what the lead's doing. Oh, my arm's aching. I think it's the angle the page is at, actually. I'll readjust in a minute. Okay. And then in with Fawn. And I'll use that to help blend everything together. I'm going to have to start making a... I did start, but I don't know, gave up on it. I don't know why, but I'm going to have to start making a book of all these colour combinations that I've been using, just so that I can, instead of having to sit here with my massive sheets of paper testing things out, I can just refer to my book like we do with our swatch books. I might make a separate one. I've got my little A5 folder that I keep all my swatches in. I might do one just for colour combos. I'm just tidying up now. There we are. Okay, so that's our browns. Then, the exciting bit, the colours for him or her. I need that dark just down this edge, look. That's a bubble there. Okay. I have got 4 colours here. I'll turn it round this way. So let's line them all up so you can have a good look. Okay, so I've got a good mixture of the sets. I've got burnt orange, toadstool, so burnt orange is scorpion. I've got toadstool from the Black Widow, tanned from the scorpion, and cream from the monarch set. So I'm going to take cream, and I'm just going to shift the page around a little bit, so there we are, so my arm's not aching. And I'm going to lay down cream. And this is one of the few sets that says cream and it is actually a cream colour, you know? Okay, so I'm going in now with our burnt orange, and I'm going to swish you around again. And this is just so that my thumb doesn't get in your way. And I'm going to start here. I'm going to bring that right round and then fade it out. There we are. So we've got orange. Next I'm going in with toadstool. Going back over that and bringing that toadstool colour up and letting it fade out. Okay, and then I've got tanned. Going over all that and just joining that orange there. And then I'm going to get my cream and fill that little bit in. Use it to blend the whole thing. There. Isn't that a cute blend? Not so bright as the other one, but it still works beautifully. Right, I have to move my pencils back here. So I want these beautiful swirls, I think, to be in the orange yellow colour. Mahogany. I just want to fill that in. Just want to make sure that I've... There, that's better. Okay. So, let's think. Alright. Let's do this swirls. So we'll do the cream. I knew I had it in my head how I wanted it to go. So this is going to be orange 2. And that's orange. So we need to break up that brown. This bit I'm going to make orange 2. So I'm just going over with my cream. That will leave space behind for our brown combo to go into his body. So that works quite well. Right, I'm going to take our brightest colour, which is burnt orange. And I'm going to start here. Okay, I'm going to bring that round and let it fade out to meet our toadstool. It's a gorgeous colour, this toadstool. And it blends so well with that burnt orange. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Okay. We've done that one, we've done that one. I have to, you know what I'm like, I have to keep them in order. Then we've got tanned. So we're going to bring that tanned down into here. It's just a good transition colour, that tanned, for our orange. And then into, oops, back in with our cream. There. We can just go back over it, tidy it up. I'm going to bring that burnt orange out just a little further. There we go. And in with our, excuse me, toadstool. Now I've been thinking about the background and it's terrifying me. So I thought we might ink it. Ink some clouds on there. What do you think? There, okay, right, eraser. There we go. Brush. I'm in such a mess because I've got this project going on, and then I've got my Fantasia Nick Filbert picture that I'm colouring too. So I'm in a pickle. I'm just brightening that up. There. I'm not sure whether I might need to add some other brightness to it, but at the moment I like it. And I don't want it to be, I want them to to go well together, but I don't want them to be the same. Sorry, I was just going back over that orange bit there. Okay. Right. Let me move them to the side here. Swirl. Okay, let's go from this deep bit here. Make sure we've got it covered. Okay, that's that one. Then we want toadstool, do we? See, I've got them out of order and now I don't know. I'm having to put the nibs together like this to see which is the darkest, and it is toadstool. I'm going to bring that round. And then into tanned. And then a little bit of cream. Now I have ordered some black pigment markers, pens, because coffee break, because I find that I've got the Pip pens and things, but I do find they really smudge, and I've tried other things that are just not water resistant, so I've ordered some so that I can use them in, particularly like in Rita Berman's books, and wherever I'm using, I might want to put watercolour over things, so that will be helpful, and any water-based markers that I want to use. Okay, so that bit, I'm going to make that bit orange. So what I might do is come down paler there. So if I put the orange in here, I think we're probably going to lose the cream on this bit. I know I've put a base down, but it doesn't matter. So that it looks like it's almost like it's wrapping around his body. That's good. That's good. And then we've got this little plume here. So I'm going to start with the orange there, and we're going to lose the cream on this as well, just to keep that brightness before we go back into the brown. I'm trying really hard, folks, to keep it so that you can see the end of the pencil and what's happening. It just feels really unnatural, but it'll come. Okay. There we are. Actually quite like it better without the cream at the base. I'm going to bring that further down. Could be a little washy, you know, with that cream. There. Okay. How sweet is that? So what I'm going to do is bring the brown down so that it fills those gaps and comes right down onto his chest there. And with the same colours we used, the browns obviously, and then I think I'm going to do an alternation, mix in the browns and the oranges. Right, so what I'm going to do is go off camera and fill in the brown of his body. You don't need to see me do that. I'll do the dark and bring it dark round under the feathers and into the light at the front of his chest. So I'll go off camera and do that, and then I'll meet you back when I've got a bit more of a plan for how I'm going to bring the feathers down. Okay, see you in a sec. Okay, so I filled in the brown bits on his chest, and I've put a couple of dark bits there to sort of indicate that the feathers are coming over the top. So pretty much like we did, I'll try and get the glare off the wax, where we put the light bits on the bottom of the wings there. We're going to do that. I'm going to start down the bottom here. So I'm going to coat, let's come in just a tad closer. I don't want to be too close because that's when things go wrong and my hand gets in the way. So I'm going to put the cream at the base here. And here. Like that. Then I'm going to work backwards. So we're going to take our burnt orange and we're going to bring that down on all of these bits. It's a beautiful colour, I love it. And there, and there. Then we're going to take toadstool, should be, yep, toadstool, and we're going to bring that down. And then our tanned, and we'll bring that in to meet the cream. There we go. They're a couple of handsome birdies, aren't they? Okay, so what we're going to do, like we did there, I'm going to take our, and what I was going to try is adding a little bit of mahogany into, where are we, mahogany, into the very tips at the bottom of these feathers here, so we get that nice contrast between the cream and the dark. Not a lot, just a little bit, just to give us a bit of contrast there. We'll need a good fade out area because we're going to get that burnt orange in there. Okay, burnt orange, yes, burnt orange. Should we come in a little bit closer? I don't know how well you're seeing that. Okay, so burnt orange over the top of that mahogany. Bring that up. Just so we get a good contrast. And a tiny bit in there. And then back to our usual colours. So, toadstool. Fill that up with toadstool, that little one there, and then our cream. And we can go back over and deepen those up. Okay, so mahogany. Flick that in. There we go. Back in with burnt orange. Go. Toadstool. Tanned. And then our cream. That works well together, doesn't it? That mahogany with that burnt orange. There we go. I like that. Very nice. Okay. So, the reason I put the cream there is so that we can bring the orange swirls into that bit. That was my theory. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we'll put the cream in. And I'm going to try to avoid the backing bit because I'm going to make that brown. I'll fill that in just a second. So if we take our darkest of the browns that we've used for the body, which is chalk tone, I'm going to fill those in so that our swirls, our feather plumes stand out. Sorry, I'm in your way. I'm really trying, people, I really am. Okay. I'm going to have to do it this way for a minute. Okay, just a bit of straight colouring. Which then should indicate that his body is underneath. His brown feathers are underneath him. Okay, let's get the orange out. So, where do I want it? I think we'll go bright orange in these plumes. Just checking you can see. Bright orange into these plumes. Then in with our toadstool. And I might just obliterate that cream in this section. Because we've used lighter colours on this bird. Beautiful colours nevertheless, but lighter colours. I need to brighten him up. There. Okay, so that's broken up then, leaving us space to do more orange. And let me see. I want those plumes to be orange. So let's do those and then we'll work around that. So, okay, I'm going to fill that whole thing in. I'm just putting cream over that whole thing. All over there. Okay, we're going to take our just trying to work out how I'm going to do it. Let's start with this big one in the centre here and bring that burnt orange round like that. Then what we can do is the same as the tail for those, start with the mahogany and come up. So that'd be quite nice. Toadstool. Tanned, and I'm going to bring that right up. I'm going to get rid of the cream. I'm in your way again, sorry. Okay. Go back in. I'm just going to deepen up that burnt orange, bring that down. There we go. Right, I'm just trying to make sure that, okay, so we're going to go in there, that tiny space there. We're going to fill that in. Then toadstool. Okay. And tanned. And we could leave those little swirls. We'll see. I might do those in brown just to bring out the plume a little bit more. Bring out that orange. Really like it. Okay, so this swirl. I'm going in that section there. Bring that down. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay. And toadstool, I'm just checking that I get the colours right. There. We can do the same with those swirls around there. Just change it up slightly. Okay. Like that. Right. Now I'm just going to go in on all these plumes here with the cream. And I just like having a base, so it doesn't matter to me if I cover it all up. It's just nice to have a little bit of wax base to work on. Okay, now let's go in with our mahogany like we did down there. I really like that, how that's come out. So we'll put in a tiny bit of mahogany. I suddenly thought, oh, I picked up the wrong one, but I'll just fill that in. So just like we did on the tail, just give us a nice contrast between the oranges, but without having to do it all in brown. Change things up, people, change things up. Okay, then get our burnt orange. Gosh, that works well together, those two. It really does, I like it. I might bring that up. Oh, I've missed out those two little ones, look. These teeny ones here. Okay, orange, burnt orange. Fill that in. And I'll just use the tanned to blend it. I'm not trying to be consistent along there. I'm just going with the flow, and I'll fill them in just as my hand allows, rather than so that they're less uniform, if that makes sense. Just redoing the mahogany now I've got that blend. Deepening it up. Okay, then we need toadstool. Let's fill that in. And I think I might leave a space for cream here. We'll see. Tanned. Oh, it blends so well. Okay, and let's put the cream in. See what happens. Just to break up, help break between the brown and the orange we've already got there. There. Oh, I like it. I do like it. Okay, so I'm just thinking about time on the camera. What do I need to do? I'm going to do this section. I'm going to sharpen my burnt orange for a start. Just so I've got a nice point on it. And these little bits in here are going to be burnt orange. Just to break up that brown. This one will be burnt orange into toadstool. And tanned. There we go. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to ignore the shape and I'm going to do we'll do it, let's see, let's do it like this, cream, and we'll do it this way, burnt orange, we'll do it the opposite way round, burnt orange, toadstool, and tanned. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do those. Obviously it will be neater than that, but I'll do those along there like that. Then I will reverse, I think what I'll do is, where we've got the orange swirl here, we will do the dark, if that makes sense, dark. So our darkest brown into mahogany, and then where's our next colour? Into fawn. There we go, like that. So that's how I'll finish that off. So I'll go off camera, get that done so that we can focus on the flowers and the rest of the image. I'll see you in a second. Okay guys, I've finished him off. Isn't he gorgeous? Lovely. I've missed a few bits there. I'll go back in when I'm off camera and make sure they're all blended in. Okay, I've got some different colours for the bill of the birds. Not too different, but they are new colours. So I've got, well, let's come in and then the camera won't fuss so much. Okay, there we are. So I've got I think it goes gold. I think it goes like this. Hang on. Yes, like that. So we've got nugget from, oh, where are we? Oh, miles away. Nugget from the Cobra range, Aztec gold from the monarchs, and gold from the cobras. And then I did add, once I've coloured it, just a tiny bit of the burnt orange over the top. So let's take our lightest colour, which is the Cobra Gold, and I'm going to fill just going to lightly coat that whole bill in the gold. There we are. Then I just need to check on my piece of paper which one's darkest. I'm sure this one is, but yeah. So Aztec Gold, and I'm going to bring that Aztec Gold down. Okay, then I'm going to take a nugget and blend those two in. Bring that down. And then back to our plain gold. Well, I say plain gold, it's a beautiful colour. I love it. There's not much about the monarchs, the black widows that I don't like, to be fair. Okay, then just for a little bit more contrast, I'm going to take burnt orange and just bring that in. Just round the base of the beak or bill. There. Okay, let's move those to one side for a minute, and I'm thinking we'll focus on the flowers. I've got a couple of colours in mind, and I'm thinking purple. That's what my thought process is at the moment. So I'm just lining them up. So I've got grape from the Cobra, Space from the Cobra, Purple Haze from the Cobra even, and Grey Slate from the Monarch range. So in the centre, where are we most focused? Let's try this one. In the centre I'm using Grape, and I'm going to fill that in. Oh! Beautiful colour. They're not crumbly pencils, it's because I've just broke it because I pressed too hard. So I'll just swipe that off. Okay. Then we've got our three others. So Grey Slate has a lovely purpley hue to it. So like I've done with the others, I'm going to fill that in. They look like little violets to me. And if I want the background bluey, a bluey colour, the next colour that I thought would go would be purple. Might clash, but I love the clashy colours in Rita's books. I really do. So I'm going to go in with Space. I'm just moving those out the way. At the base here, move that one there. And I'm going to bring that just at the bottom. Just round that little star shape that we've got already. I don't want to drown it in dark purple. Okay, and then we're going to take the, is it Purple Haze? Yeah, Purple Haze from the Cobra, and I'm going to go over that and bring that up into that grey. And just gently let it fade away. There we are. Simple as that. I'm going to fill that little bit in because it can bug me. Okay. Should we just do one more? I don't think we need to do it anymore. I've missed a bit of green out there, which I just did literally in the leaf green that we'd used earlier. Just so they've got a nice deep colour. Just a bit of straight colouring there. Okay, so back in with our Grape, into the centre. Get that nice star shape going. And then, put that there. We want our Grey Slate, and we'll cover the flower. It definitely is grey when you look at it like that, but there is a beautiful hint of purple in there, or lavender, or lilac, whatever. So I'm just straight colouring that in, as usual, to give me my little bit of base of colour. I don't suppose they would be violets, would they? Living by the water, if these are wetland birds, would they be violets? I doubt it, but I'm no plant expert. So I'm going in with Space. I'm just going to come round our star like we did on the other one. Like that. Can you see all right? And then in with our purple haze, and just let that blend together. Almost fade into nothing. Can you hear? I hope the camera's picking up the dawn chorus the birds are singing. It's now 5:20 in the morning. I hope you're picking up on that. It sounds so lovely. Okay, and then back to our grey slate. There. So that's how I'm going to do the flowers. So all that we've really got left is the little leggies, and I'm not sure how I want to do those. And we've got the little dragonflies. But I'm thinking before I go up, well, actually probably would be best for me to go off camera and finish the flowers. And the dragonflies I'm thinking might just do, I don't know, a dark blue or something in there. I'm not sure at the moment. But if I finish the flowers off and then we come back and do the legs, then I'm going to use these dewdrop inks, and they work really well, to do some clouds in the background because I'm not feeling brave. And then I might think about doing a very pale blue which just fades into nothing at the bottom, and then we'll have the blue sky and clouds. Okay, give me 2 seconds, I'll finish the flowers off and I'll come back to you. Okay, lovely people, so I've finished the little violety coloured flowers. And for the little dragonflies, they're so teeny tiny that I just took green slime from the Monarch range. Let me come in and move the page down slightly. It's a lovely, sorry about the camera wobble, try and get it to stop. It's a lovely bright turquoise colour, and I thought it will stand out when we do the sky. So I literally just, I was going to do gel pen, but actually they're so tiny that I don't even know the point of the gel pen would stay in the lines, so I went with slime. It's a gorgeous colour. I love these greeny blues. And then we'll see afterwards when I've done the background whether I put a Posca colour on the little bodies or not. I'm not sure. So I went on Google and I had a look at wetland birds' legs, and there was one little brown and orange bird on there like this one, and his legs were orange too. So I thought, why not, let's go for it. So using the colours we used before, I've got cream, so I'm just going to lightly coat his little legs, or his long legs, in the cream, minding our leaves. Can you see everything I'm doing? I just want to make sure they're fully in shot. There we are. Oh, I've so enjoyed colouring this page. I just love colouring in her books. And I've had them a long time, but it's only recently since I had the Pablos that I've actually picked them up and really loved it, and, you know, tried all different things. So thank you for voting for it. Okay, so I'm taking the burnt orange, and I might bring some mahogany in, we'll see. And I'm going to follow Rita's lines and just leave it very fluid. You know, I'm not going to try and, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just going with the flow, like I did on the feathers. So what happens, happens, rather than sort of planning it. But I'm following Rita's lines here. Okay, we'll see when I've done it if I want to add some mahogany. So I'm going to be taking Toadstool. bring that down. And here I'm going to bring that down. This side. There. And then we've got our gorgeous tanned. I'm just going to leave a tiny bit at the front for that cream colour. Should we do the tanned up here? Right, okay. Cream. Blend those in. How cool is that? Okay, now I'm thinking for the little kneecaps, they're so cute, that we'll do some mahogany and blend out like we did on the feathers. So I'm going to put mahogany right in that centre bit and let that fade out. And on this bit too. There we are. Then go in with our burnt orange. Go over that and come round. That's such a lovely combination, I like that. Then in with our toadstool. Making sure I've filled the white of the paper, and then we'll go in with tanned all the way round to meet that leg. There. How cute is that? Right, let me come out. I'm so in love with this page. I really love it. Okay, so I've got these inks which I was showing you earlier. Here's the packet that it came out of. They're Versa Magic Dewdrop. I'll try and get it so that the light's not on it. Okay, and it says chalk ink. And you get 4 colours in there, in this set. And this particular colour is called, so if I can block everything out so you can get it. It's called Sea Breeze. Oh, it's such a beautiful colour. And I've got an inking tool. And most importantly, you can make these yourself, but I found these somewhere on the internet ages ago. They're actually dyes, you know, for when you're doing embossing and things. And I've used them to ink clouds. They're so clever. But if you know, obviously if you don't have these, you can just cut the shapes out that you want, a cloud shape. And then I'm going to take my ink pad and I'm going to make sure that I've got some ink on there, like that. These are a cheap alternative to what am I thinking of? Distress inks, and they work just the same. So I'm going to bring you in, okay, so you can see, and I've got my scrap piece of paper. See, I was practicing there just to see what colour it was, and I'm just going to make sure that I've taken any excess off. Okay, then I'm going to put some clouds in somewhere. I want to line it up. Where shall I put it? Let's try here. So I'm just going to really lightly bring out that colour. Now, I'm not a master at this. If you want mastery at inking, you need to go and see Zucchini Kitty. But if we then remove that, you get a, oh my god, you weren't even in shot. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hang on. Right, what you get is that. I do apologise. We'll do it again. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot. Right, let's put... So I just literally put the dye where I think I might want some cloud shape. I'm just checking you can see. Then I'm taking the edge of the dye and I'm starting on the stencil with the edge of it, and I'm just bringing it round and pushing that colour out. Very gently. And then you get like a nice cloud shape. I'm going to bring you in. We're going to do some more down here. And I'm going to bring you in. Okay, let's come in a bit. There we go. Okay, so I've got my inking tool and my ink. And I'm just going to... I'm going to put it back there. And I'm going to start on the edge of the stencil and then push it up. So just so that we bring that colour out. There we go. And any on there you can rub off because it's the wax of the pencil will let you rub it away. Okay, let's add some more. I want some in here. So let's put a little bit of blue in there. Like that. And in here. And I'm just going to rub it off with my finger. And we definitely want some over here, don't we? Right, I'm just trying to... I'm going to tip the camera up slightly. Bear with me. We'll come up here. Oh, this tripod's so difficult. Okay. Alright, let's put some in here. So... I'm just going to build some blue up there. Around our little dragonfly guy. Here we are, and I'm just going to... Okay, I want... We could change the colour actually, couldn't we? Let's come out. Okay, let's change the colour. I've got... Oh, there's a nice powder one in here. This is the same make. What colour's this called? This one is called... doesn't have a name on there. Hasn't got a name on it, how bizarre. Oh, here. I'll try and get it to focus. I think it's called Aspen Mist, which is like a sort of bluey grey. Let's try first. I'm just going to change the ink pad on and get our scrap. Just make sure I've got enough ink on there. It's a new pad, so I might take a bit of... Let's see what colour that is. Sort of a greeny blue. We could put a couple in, we'll see what it's like. Okay, let's put one over here. We'll just try, see what it comes out like. Nice to add a little bit of contrast. And we'll put some, we'll put one over here. I'll try not to go on that, ooh, try not to go on the other page. Just get the bit that I've inked. I did go on the other page, but never mind. Okay, and we'll have this one here. Just bring a bit up there. There, okay. I think that that is enough. So I'm going to have to let that ink dry. Let's put those to one side. Okay, let's come out. There we go. And when it's dry, I'm going to put Posca on the bubbles from the water. I actually might want a bit of blue down there, look. In here. pick it up. Right, see in behind these reeds, there's not much going on there, so if I put that on properly, oh, it doesn't want to stay like that then. I'm just going to put a bit of blue in there. That's nice, isn't it? And then a tiny bit in here. There. Okay. I like that. It's pretty. Okay, let's move you back in. So I've got to wait for the ink to dry. Now I need some colour in those little eyes. What do we think? Oh, wrong way. Sorry. I'm thinking, where's that yellow gone that we had? You know, the ones we used for the beaks? We had these ones, didn't we? Gold. We had Aztec gold. And we had nugget. Let's do nugget and gold. So we've got, I'll put gold at the bottom. I don't want it overpoweringly orange, and then the nugget around the top. There. I've got ink on my hands now. No. Okay. Nugget at the bottom, and no, not nugget, but nugget at the top. No, gold at the top. Sorry, nugget at the bottom. I might get it right one of these days. Let me just deepen that up. Okay. Now, on the violets, I'm going to take Posca, and this is just the standard pen with the 0.7mm bullet tip, and this colour is yellow. Just going to give it a shake. I'm going to get my test piece of paper so it doesn't splat on me. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a yellow centre and a couple of little dots going up, just because I like putting the dots on. There, on that big one. Okay, we'll do, come for a ride, come with me, come on. There you go. Yellow centre on this one. Just a few dots, because it looks pretty. And then we've got that one over here, just while I'm waiting for the ink to dry. Just put a couple of little... There. Got any more? That one there. Yellow centre. Just so it's a bit more random than I had it. There. Right, now I want those bubbles to be white, but I'm going to have to wait for the ink to be completely dry before I try that. So I'm going to go off for a second and let the ink dry and the Posca that I've put down here before I put my hand in it, like I usually do, and smear it everywhere. And then we'll meet back up and finish the page together. Alright, I'll see you in a second, folks. So, back again. I think the ink's dry enough. I'm covered in it. But I think the ink's dry enough. Now, I was being a bit dim because I don't want white bubbles. I did try there and it suddenly dawned on me, well, the page is white behind, so I have got, for starters, the Posca, normal one, the same 7mm, 0.7mm. And this one is light blue. There you go, light blue. So we'll come in and I want to focus on these little dots at the top here. Let me just try and, there you go. Okay, so I have tested that it's not going to ruin my page. And can you see these little tiny, can you see them? All these little tiny, this is the fun bit, I love doing this. So I'm just going to put a dot of blue, this light blue Posca on all of those. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way. See what I mean? I'm so shaky. I'm just going to have to do it how I can. You don't really need to see me cover all these. But that's all I'm going to do. It's just a little blue dot on each of those. Right, I'll do that off camera so I'm not shaking in your face. And then on the bigger bubbles here, let's do this great big one here. I've got two colours. I've got denim and I've got cat's eye, both from the Monarchs. Now at the base of this one, I'm going to put that denim in, and then put a little tiny bit of cat's eye and let it blend out. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Just so that there's some colour in there, and it kind of matches up with our little, where am I? It kind of matches up then with our bubbles in the corner. So dark there, and then just a little bit of cat's eye. It's probably one of my favourite colours in the Monarch range, is that the cat's eye, and that other light green that we used before. There, like that, and then just leave the top untouched. And then we'll be finished. And I'm sad that it's finished because I've enjoyed it so much. I really have. Such a cool page, but I've got the other one to do over there. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I might put the sky over there while I've got the inks out, so that when I do it, the background's done and they like blend in together. So, I think that'll probably be a good plan. Oh, just making sure I didn't put my great big hand over those Posca bubbles that I've just done. I'm just going round those. Oops. There we are. I just want to finish it off on camera with you. Is that dry? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I was just being a bit dim when I thought about putting white bubbles in, and it's like, well, the background's white, Lucy, so it's not really going to work. Okay. There we are. Right, now I need to go back to my Posca pen. And I'm going to do it with you because it'll take 2 seconds and it's nice to finish the page together. So, oh, see how shaky my hand is? It's like a kind of self-destruction thing. As soon as I know that I've got to be precise, my hand does this jerky thing. My mum has this condition called essential tremors, which is hereditary, so I'm just praying that the shakes that I've got is the medication that I'm on and not the start of essential tremors. Look how cool that looks. This is, I love doing this bit. I know it's weird, isn't it? But just those final touches to the page, and it really adds to the look. Yep, you're still with me. Was just checking. We've got a little bubble up here, and we've got a tiny one over here. There. Right, let's turn it up the other way. and come out. Look at that. Keep going. Oh, not that far. There we are. And there we are, folks. We've finished this gorgeous page. And I love it. There's a couple of dots there that I've missed. Let's just fill those in. I absolutely love this page. I've really enjoyed it. So I probably am going to go over here while I've got my ink pad out and do the sky the same as this, so that I can bring the two pages together. Although it's not a double page, I think it'd look nice together. So I will let you go. I've kept you long enough, but thank you for coming with me. I really enjoyed it. I hope you like the image. I love it. I think it's beautiful. Thank you so much for voting, everybody that did, and we will be back. Obviously I'll be back before February to do our calendar, but I don't know what I'm going to do next. So do I do another, you tell me in the comments, do I do another poll? Shall I just randomly choose? What do you think? You tell me. If there's something you'd like to see, let me know in the comments, and I'll either put, that's a plan. What I'll do is comment down below what colouring book you'd like to see and the pencils you want to see used, and then what I'll do is I'll put a poll together, and we will go with the majority again. That sounds like so much fun, and that way you get to be part of it as well. So I want to know the colouring book you want and the pencils, and then I'll put together a poll and we'll vote on it. Alright, that's great. That's really exciting. Alright folks, thank you so much for sticking with me and supporting me. Take really good care of yourselves until I see you very soon. Bye bye.